Hey everybody, it's Rob from Flailthroughs. This is Gundam Battle Operation 2, and this is a request from Brigadier Darman, who wanted the Jurick in the colors of one of the Seacons from Transformers. I went with Snaptrap, aka Turtler, the leader of the team, because as, you know, the body of Piranacon, he kind of has the most dominating colors of the team, and also just, yeah, it's some really nice bright 1988 colors there. So I really liked how that looked, and I went with it. I think it came out pretty well. I got a decent amount of practice with the Jurick while I was doing this. I got a little bit better with Active Guard Kai than I have been in the past. You'll see me still taking a beating here and maybe not being as aggressive as I probably should be at some points, but managed to get a downswing in before I got finished by the Pixie. The Jurick does have auxiliary power, but the rules of that are make it kind of unfavorable to be fighting people with machine guns. Because basically you need to have more than 1,000 health and take a hit, a a killing shot that does more than 1,000 damage for auxiliary power to kick in. Once it does, for about 10-15 seconds, you are taking tiny bits of damage on the 500 health they've gifted you with, and that gives you time to do something. The Pixie, of course, is kind of a problem, but yeah. Also, the Pixie player, I think, is pretty good and knows what they're doing because yeah, they knew enough to gun me down instead of working on the trying to use melee. And yeah, I'm gonna go after them and hopefully accomplish something. I don't. Yeah, I didn't land anything there. Luckily, though, they're out of boost. And here's somebody else. They didn't catch me. And they were not ready for my heavy attack, which, yeah. Yeah, this is one of the rounds where I finally got back into a decent groove of using the heavy attack. It's certainly not the only tool Jurick has, but it's the most powerful, obviously. The Garrowbee is not bad. It is not really steerable at all. Once it's launched, it's just going where it's going. And so your aim has to be pretty good to actually accomplish anything with it. I land a couple of decent ones here and there. It charges fast, so almost enough time to land it after a stun. Using it at the extreme apex of its range there, not really good because if somebody rolls, they're out of your line of fire. Here, however, is a gun tank, so I can work on taking those supports as asked. And I, got the big Donkey Kong swing done, and not bad. Yeah, I like the Jurick. It was nice to be able to use it again for a while, because it's been a while. Managed to get that done before the Pale Rider Dualahan build stunned me out of it. I feel like the one of the charge speed spot parts might actually be really handy for the Jurick, just because it has 3 charging weapons, and if you can get the Garrowbee out a little bit faster, it it might be a slightly more viable follow up to stuns. Let's see, I have 1365 health, and yeah, that Desert Zaku did put me into auxiliary power. It doesn't last very long, and it starts from when you take the hit, so I don't have a lot of time to do anything. Yeah, I probably should have just tackled there. That probably would have made more sense, but yeah, just figuring out what to go after when you're, surrounded and almost out of time, it's difficult. I remember thinking about going for the Desert Zaku instead, but I kind of like swerved at the last second to go for the Pale Rider, and I just didn't have the reach. But so far, we've got an okay lead. Not a huge one, but it's something. And yeah, I've gotten some decent damage in here and there. Yeah, like I said, I've gotten a little bit better at the active guard skills because to be honest, I just wound up with a slightly better idea of when and how to activate them, which was giving me trouble. Like, you do kind of have to stop trying to move or boost to do it. So that is not my usual thing. I tend to, look. I tend to try, occasionally I'll plant my feet and shoot, which is not a good habit. But yeah, staying moving as much as possible, usually a pretty good thing for a mobile suit. But One thing I did discover that I don't think I get to show off in this round is the thing that seems to trigger the attack boost for Active Guard Kai is specifically, I was too far away to even damage the base, ridiculous. But the thing that triggers the attack boost for from Active Guard Kai is specifically the a stun, because you probably saw me not getting the attack bonus all that time while I was guarding some of the machine gun bullets. But not only did active guarding and exploding mobile suit prevent the heavy stagger, it triggered the attack bonus. So yeah, if you get close to something and have a chance to active guard as it explodes, that will give you your attack buff. Pixie down swung me at the perfect time. I have enough time and life to do something about it, hopefully. Now that there's only one thing on me. See, nope. Was not able to get the Pixie in my sights, so. But, oh well. Yeah, like I said, I've been enjoying the Jurick. I got top diversions in a lot of rounds, which is what happens when you are, in the colors of that one paper cup that goes around the internet a lot. We used to get those when I was a kid. The ones with the like, magenta and cyan, patterns, squiggly patterns on them. Those were very 1988 colors, which is of course when the Seacons came out. So I never did get the Generation Seacons, and I am feeling regret. But I'll get there eventually if it really matters to me. See, managed to stop that Pale Rider Cavalry, but I am out of boost. And yeah, like most things lately, I built this very heavily for defense. I think I may have mentioned I've been trying to work on a Gaza C request basically forever. And rather than defense, I've made a build with cooldowns that I haven't gotten around I like with it yet. Man, that needs more range. But I have... well, I got that in at least. Yeah, I haven't gotten around I like with it yet, but this build, it does seem to help, which is it focuses on beam and thruster cooldown, because the biggest problem with the Gaza C is its tremendous downtime. Okay, well, yeah, and I remember sitting there going, how? Because that Pixie just interrupted my heavy attack with a standard melee attack. I don't know how that works. I think how that works primarily is that the attack I was still in the windup, so, and it seems to be the actual hitbox, of course, is what is going to override another mobile suit's melee priority. Still really kind of frustrating to be, launching what is supposed to be basically an unblockable attack and get, blocked. That said, I think it went pretty well. I landed some good shots, I got some kills, I did a bunch of damage, and yeah, those colors came out great. All right, yeah, top damage at 74,000, top diversions, because I mean, obviously. And let's see, 5 and 4. I will take that. That is going to do it for today's Gundam Battle Operation 2. Hope you enjoyed it, Darman. And until next time, everybody take care and have fun. Later. But yeah, Takara Tomy for when in that period when we were doing a lot of combiners between like Combiner Wars and Power of the Primes, Takara Tomy did a new set of Seacons on their own, on their own initiative, released them as Generation Selects, which were, online only limited edition things. US retailers did handle them, but just they were expensive, so I never got around to it. There is, however, also a version of the Beast Wars Neo version, King Poseidon, which is much more sensible colors. It's like off-white and blue, so yeah, a much less eye-searing, which means, yeah, that they would definitely be my second choice.